Hello to all my friends out there. Hi, you guys. All year we've seen videos. Prepare, prepare, prepare. For what and why? Okay, I think I'm getting somewhere on this. Okay, so what we're having is alerts for blackouts. So I stockpile ice just in case. So, and I also stockpiled up some Diet Coke and some tea, just in case. And I wouldn't doubt it. If a blackout is coming, I wouldn't doubt it one bit. In fact, I'm expecting it. Oh, I have tea, great. Okay, I have icy cold tea. Look at this, yummy, yummy. As long as it's cold, I will drink it. I will just put this in my cooler for later. Okay, so prepare, prepare, prepare. What should we prepare and why should we prepare for it? If you know exactly what's going to happen, if you can be a predictor of the future, you can prepare a lot better. So, okay, so they give us, okay, you guys, store food. Why? Okay, we're going to go into that. The cost of living is going up. Why? We're going to go into that. So, okay, the cost of food is going up. Why? Well, because there's a disruption in the supply chain. Accept, reject. I don't think that's really it myself. Okay, we have a massive amount of people unemployed. These people, and these people are receiving unemployment. But shortly, possibly before the end of the year, the unemployment will end. It has been reported, and I think it's accurate, that the states are quietly buying up the food. So the food distributors have to compete with the government. When the consumption is down, the price goes up. Also, there could be a massive amount of people getting social services because it's just too expensive to exist and buy food. And that is going to drive the cost up. What's going to happen is somebody is going to pay for that. Who is going to pay for that? The government. Really? Okay. Who is the government? That is the population. It will be paid for. The price will go up. So the reason the price of food most likely will go up is because the consumption can only go down so far. People have to have so much food to exist. That is why I spent several days doing videos about sandwiches. If you have a sandwich, a small salad, and a fruit, and maybe a Coke or some tea, you can survive. It won't be pleasant, but it would be much better than starving. So once you know in the back of your mind you could kind of survive on that, you know, that is kind of good. But there's a little problem. Just go and find some lunch meat at the store. People are hoarding food as well. So that is creating less food. This is what they say. Less food in the stores. I tend to believe that's pretty much true. I have bought a hell of a lot of food. I really have. Because I want to make sure that I can have a sandwich for lunch. I always thought of dinner as the most expensive, the most important meal. What I would do is I would make those double-decker sandwiches for lunch and then eat a light dinner and get used to those sandwiches, just in case. So one of the reasons that the price of food, let's just say, okay, it's only obvious, go to the grocery store and the price of food is going up. And it's going to go up more. And so what's going to happen is there's going to be a massive migration to social services to get food. And that food is being stockpiled now in the States in anticipation of this wave of people who are going to need food. That's not good. Also, you know, these countries like China with their big fat disasters, their floods, their crop failures are knocking on the door to get our food, which creates less food for us. They're going to sell it to the highest bidder, which is going to cause us to have less food as well. I mean, it could happen. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's a strong possibility. So what we want to do is now, when we can pretty much easily get food, we want to go and get that food and quietly pile our houses full of food to the rafters, just like the States. And so one thing we could do is try to access free food. You don't have to qualify. If you don't have enough money, you qualify. I'm not saying if you don't need the money, if you don't need, and you have plenty of money to go and like get the food. No, that's not what I'm saying. Okay, dented cans. Okay, I bought at 99 cents only. And so what I'm doing is when I see some dented cans, I bought some Chipotle white corn. I'll be eating this for dinner tonight. And some regular corn. Corn is one of those things you want to buy. That is going to round out your beans and your rice so you don't get malnutrition. So dented cans are 50% off. So that means instead of getting 2 cans, you will get 4 cans to stockpile. Damaged packages. If I find them, I buy them. Marked down food. I bought marked down bread, marked down cheese. I go to, if it's a store I go to, like Walmart, and they have markdowns, I get the markdowns. Why wouldn't I? It's way cheaper. And then the other thing you can do is just buy down and out dirty food, dirty cheap food, dirt cheap food, not dirty cheap. Dirt cheap food, and I pile my freezer full of bacon ends, hamburger parts, soy, and chicken. Also, you know, I've been watching this channel, and Peach McIntyre, I think that's correct, and she was saying she buys legs. And you know, I've been buying all kinds of stuff, and I thought, you know what, just get the 5 pounds of legs and pile your freezer. And then on the other side of my freezer I have chorizo, pork sausage, bologna, anything I can think of that's cheap. And then, you know, I can fry up some potatoes and some sausage and some eggs. So pack your house full of food now before this unemployment runs out. And it will run out. And how do we know if there's going to be jobs? There isn't. That's how we know. All right, now let me see if this thing is still going. My phone has been very bad. It wants me to buy another phone, and I don't want to. Okay, water. We need to stockpile water, but we need to know that 16 drops of bleach in 1 gallon of water will pretty much purify the water. So 16 drops, and you can't find it in an eyedropper. Okay, I was putting drops of, if you have these, save one, drops of this in my water to spray on my plants. But another thing is, I did the conversion on 16 drops, and it's approximately 1/8 teaspoon, but you can check that out for yourself. 16 drops is 1/96 of a teaspoon, so approximately 1/8 teaspoon. I mean, if you can't find a eyedropper in a gallon of water, so water, we need to know how to purify our water if something should happen. Okay, gas. The price of gas will go up. Okay, they were predicting this for a long time. The price of gas was going to go up. And so you might have been like me thinking, why? Well, because of the corona, the consumption of gas is down. So now the producers of gas are suffering a lot of hardship. And when they suffer, we suffer. So, okay, we got the Chinese suffering because of the trade war. We got the Arab nations suffering because of the consumption of gas. And we are trying to get less dependent on fossil fuel. Furthermore, we have our own fossil fuel. So this does not make for happy neighbors. So that is bad. I've been through all kinds of these gas conflicts, like the gas shortage, haha. That was like 20-something years ago. But anyway, so what we need to know is the price of gas will go up. Okay, what could happen is people could start tearing your cars up to try and get the gas out. So you need to be able to secure your car as safely as possible. And another thing is, like, if all kinds of stuff starts happening, strong possibilities, and you can already see it. The insurance companies aren't just going to run paying off claims these days. So you want to be as careful as you can. Will this happen? Will this vandalism of cars trying to get gas happen? Yes, it will. When people need that gas, bad things are going to happen. Also, possible ripping your car off. So you got to think about that. So you got to think about the area you live in. Will this area do it if stuff starts going down south? So we have the price of food going up. We need to know how to purify water. 16 drops of bleach in 1 gallon. Gas. We need to know that gas is going up. Now, we need to hoard cash. Okay, people are hoarding cash. There's not as much cash in circulation, and also they say they've quit printing cash. But they say if you are going to hoard cash, hoard small bills. I think that would be correct. So what you want to do is, pretty much, if you have to buy something and things are very, very bad, already it's a big hassle to, they go, do you have any change? It's going to get worse. So make sure you have. I wouldn't suggest trading in all your coinage. I would save that so you can make exact change. So food, water, gas, cash. Now, you need to think about doing some kind of merchant class job, not trusting other people to employ you. So, okay, back to the Wild West. They had the snake seller people, snake oil sellers, and they would come in with their stuff in a wagon, and they were merchants, and they would sell. But they also sold all kinds of things, trinkets, and household stuff, pots and pans, and all kinds of, I would say, okay, so now about junk jewelry. So I have a lot of junk jewelry on. I sell junk jewelry. I'm not selling my junk jewelry because what if I need money and I sell all my junk jewelry, Now the problem comes in selling your junk jewelry without paying someone a big bite of your junk jewelry to sell it. So you might be saying, well, I can put their cost onto my jewelry. Well, if you could do that, you could sell it yourself. So be thinking about, how could I do this? Food, camp gear, clothes, shoes, coats, especially coats, makeup, anything, designer jewelry and items are going to become very, very scarce. So you want to be thinking about that. One of my customers, she sold old tires, and she, they needed tires. Back in the day, there wasn't so much credit, so she sold old tires. So it could be, you could get, when you're getting started in this, get curbside junk. See this loveliness? Yes, this is a curbside bowl that I got, and it's a very cute bowl. When I'm done with it, I will sell it at some point. I mean, even if it was $1, even if all these items, I sold all these lovely items for $1, And another thing is, think about the future and try to maybe hoard cans. Those are like cash. Anything of value, anything that you might possibly be able to sell. Blankets, stoves, heaters. I got a free rolling pin. Kitchen stuff. That is what the merchants in the Pioneer Days sold. Because, and as money becomes more and more scarce, another thing is butane stoves, like grills. If you can get those are like money. Another thing is camper shells. We had those. They're like cash money. Campers, cars, vehicles, if you have places to keep them. But the main thing you want to do is secure whatever assets you do have, which might involve you having a weapon. Food, water, gas, cash, and a weapon. If you can. If you're not the weapon type, maybe live with someone who is, or just keep very scanty amounts of stuff in your dwelling. That will keep you safer. Not entirely, though. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and prepare. Keep a full tank of gas. Food, water, gas, and cash, and God bless you all.